You said something earlier that kind of tripped a trigger with me. The Regent Suite is 9,000 square feet.
Yes, it's 9,000 square feet. Fantastic. I mean, phenomenal.
I think that's probably bigger than my first 3 or 4 houses put together.
Yes. Yes. And it's going to be 2 stories. Then you go up the stairs or elevator, and there's going to be a beautiful balcony. So it's just outrageous what's going on in there.
Welcome, luxury enthusiasts, to the Luxury Travelers Podcast, hosted by Rodney George. The ultimate passport to opulent destinations, extravagant experiences, and unparalleled indulgence. Whether one is a seasoned jet setter or daydreaming of the next lavish getaway, the Luxury Travelers Podcast has it all covered. So buckle up and prepare for a journey into the lap of luxury. Now, your host.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be, whatever time of day it is when you finally get around to watching this episode. This is going to be exciting because I have a good friend on here today, Lisette Thurman, who actually started her career in 1989 at Norwegian Cruise Lines on the reservation desk.
Ta-da!
And she's come full circle. She went to Oceania, then Regent, and now Norwegian owns the whole thing. So she's back home where she belongs. And 30 years of service. Welcome to the show, Lisette.
Thank you for having me, Rodney. It's a pleasure to be on with you today, and I'm looking forward to spilling some secrets on the Prestige coming out.
Yes, we're here to talk about a new legacy for Regent. And as this is totally befitting because I have a feeling that my friend Frank Del Rio might have had something to do with the design of this new ship.
Yes and no. We always have his influence around, and this one is going to be totally different. So first of its class, Prestige class. So as you all know, for those of you that are familiar with Regent, we have the Explorer class that has 3 ships and there are 750 guests. This will be 844 guests. So there's actually going to be more tonnage and more space on board the ship with venues and new restaurants and new things that are different on this specific ship.
So 844 versus what? 750?
750. So only about 100 more guests, but actually more to do on the actual cruise. So we're going to have an extra. I have cheese for you, Rodney. So we have to keep this on the down low, but I understand this is a podcast. So the ship just went up for sale. She did really well. She probably did the best that any of our ships have done. And we still have space available. So for those of you that have not been with Regent before, please take advantage. We're looking at the Regent Suite. As you're familiar with, our Regent Suite is 4,400 square feet on Explorer class ships. On the new ship, it's going to be almost 9,000 square feet. So we're excited about that. Oh my gosh.
So Lisette, if I'm correct, this ship actually went on sale for reservations sometime in the last week or so, right?
Yes, she went up for sale last week. So currently is, you can book away.
Well, we started our bookings last week. I had a client that's been on every one of your ships, and he said, I don't even know where I want to go, but I want to go somewhere just so I got the bragging rights that I've been on every one of Regent's ships.
Wonderful.
That's called brand loyal.
Brand loyal.
Any idea when the first, the Maiden Voyage, Christening, and all that stuff's going to be?
Maiden Voyage is going to be December, and the Christening is going to be in February. So we're going to take her out in December, take her for showcasing out. Those sailings will actually be for sale. And the actual christening will be in Los Angeles and LA. That's our first christening in Los Angeles. So we're excited about that. And that's in February. And of course, you will receive an invite, Rod me.
Of course. And I will, of course, accept. I actually met your former CEO on a christening of the Riviera in Barcelona. I guess that was probably 9-10 years ago.
That's when you had the Frank Del Rio shake.
The Frank Del Rio special. They still call it that.
Okay.
So you said something earlier that kind of tripped a trigger with me. The Regent Suite is 9,000 square feet.
Yes, it's 9,000 square feet. Fantastic. I mean, phenomenal.
I think that's probably bigger than my first 3 or 4 houses put together.
Yes. Yes. And it's going to be 2 stories. Then you go up the stairs or elevator, and there's going to be a beautiful balcony. So it's just outrageous what's going on in there. And we're going to have loft suites, 2-story loft suites.
Yeah.
So there's some new stuff that's coming on. We also have a Mediterranean restaurant that we do not have on any of our ships that's new. So that's going to be on that as well.
But you're still going to have Pacific Rim.
We're still going to have all the regular venues.
Okay.
But in addition to, we have the Mediterranean restaurant, and then the name of that is Azul.
That sounds like you sneezed.
Azul.
Azul.
Good.
Gesundheit. Excuse you. So what other new venues are going to be on board this fabulous new ship?
They're making us a little tight-lipped. We're going to be a drip campaign that's going to be going out with that, but we're entertaining, the standard culinary kitchen will be on board, some new venues. We're introducing a beautiful bar. As I don't know if for those of you on the call, we've retired soon to be the Navigator, and we're honoring a bar in the main atrium named after the Navigator. So we're doing that. It's just a lot of little surprises that are coming up on that.
You mentioned that this is only, give or take a couple of numbers here, but only about 100 passengers more, but a lot more tonnage. So you must have a lot more common area space on a square foot basis. Yeah.
Correct. Based on our Seven Seas Society members and all our past guests, they're looking for more venues, more things to do. So that's what we're trying to accomplish on Prestige.
That seems to be a trend in the luxury marketplace right now, to give people more room to, as we would used to say down south when I was a kid, to mosey about.
Yeah.
So staffing is probably somewhere close to 1-to-1?
1-to-1 as usual. So that's going to be status quo. And then it's just going to be more space per capita for each guest, more venues, more restaurants. Some of our restaurants will have an outdoor. So for example, with Seti Mari, which is our veranda cafe, it's going to have an outdoor area. It's all covered. And right now on the Explorer class ships, there's no covering. So that's a challenge. So it's going to be a very large area. So it could be al fresco dining. And then Compass Rose will also have an outdoor area to dine. So a lot of times when you get back from an excursion and it's later and lunch is over, there's going to be a specific spot where you could have lunch and casual. So we're looking forward to that. We're also entertaining our attire, and we're contemplating whether we're going to go forward with jeans after 6 p.m. So that's something that we're entertaining as well.
Well, my vote would be no on that.
Okay.
Our country club did that. Our yacht club did that. And once that starts, it seems to never stop as far as where the quality of what people wear. So I love country club casual. That's just perfect. I take a sport coat just in case I feel like throwing it on, or if I've got a wrinkle in my shirt and I don't want anybody to know it. But I don't mind country club casual at all as far as dining is concerned. So Lisette, I know that when you guys come out with a new ship, a new style, you usually have several more on the drawing board. I know with Explorer, when it was coming, it was named, I believe, the most luxurious ship in the world. And then it was followed by Splendor and Grandeur, and they got accolades of equal significance. What about this new category, Prestige?
This is going to be the new category. So there'll be a ship after Prestige, same of its class, that will be coming on probably the next year or so. So that's going to follow. And then, maybe another one as well. So it's just a matter of they're trickling in, because everybody has to keep up with the Joneses. So we need new tonnage out there. You guys, from just in the last 15 years or so, have transformed your company. I believe you qualify for that title, the Joneses. I think there's a lot of people in the cruise industry looking over the fence, trying to figure out what Regent's doing. So it's just a matter of, you always have to look in your rearview mirror, because there's great products out there. And as you know, you're, an ambassador in travel. So that's a wonderful thing. So it's just a matter of always keeping up and looking in your rearview mirror, because you never know. There's somebody always at your tail. Well, it's like somebody told me
I don't know, probably close to 50 years ago. There's only one way in life that you can coast, and that's downhill. So you don't want to ever think, okay, we're out in front far enough now that we got this, because you're right. There's somebody always looking over your shoulder and wanting to be that most luxurious ship in the world, that wants to be and have everything you have. One question I know is going to come up from a couple of my really good Regent clients. Is there like a connoisseur's lounge for cigar smoking in that?
Yes, there is a connoisseur's lounge.
Okay, good. Because that's kind of a great place you can go and hide from your wife or significant other, because they usually don't want to be around cigars, so you can go in there and do some guy talk. Not that there's not ladies that smoke cigars, but for the most part, the ladies that are in my circle, they don't like the cigars, and so it's a good place to go and have a nice strong cocktail and a good cigar and
nice glass of scotch. Yes, and
just trade lies.
Mm-hmm.
So what else is new about this ship that you can let us in on? Anything we haven't touched on yet?
Yes, we're in negotiations right now with a specific Veuve Cuco dinner pairing. So we're looking to do that. So we're very excited about that. And we're in communication with Opus One as well. That hasn't been signed yet, but we're very excited about that as well. So there's a lot of different things that are coming into play that, of course, will be across the fleet. But we're just wanting to add new things to make us, if we're going to walk the walk, we got to talk the talk.
Well, Veuve and Opus are a great place to start. Because I don't shy away from it when I hear the cork popped on either one of those particular adult beverages. On some of your ships, you have a very exclusive, very high-end, very private dining, and it's various names across your brands. Are you going to have something like that on this new ship?
You're talking about the private dining room that we have?
Yeah, for like 8 or 10 or 12 people.
Yes.
On Oceania, they call it privé. Yeah.
Yes. We do have a private dining room that's outside of the Suite. So we're trying to basically plan out because we have to ask for permission from the Suite guests to use that specific dining room. So we're looking to see what we can do on Prestige. And the good thing is that she's being built right now. So there's still time to make these little tweaks.
So in addition to the 9,000 square feet, there's a private dining venue for the region. Oh my. I feel Frank Del Rio all over the place on this. The entertainment, any additional entertainment venues on this new ship, or are we staying with the standard?
We're staying with the standard. We don't want to reinvent or recreate the wheel. So we're still doing the headliner shows. The show that was brought on, the performance that was brought on Grandeur was created in Argentina, and it was a tango type of performance. So we're looking to do something of the same thing on Explorer. And then our same headliners and quartets, and we're really stepping up our game. And that's the wonderful thing about being owned by Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, is because we all help each other out for the greater good.
That's an interesting perspective, because I've got some clients that absolutely love dancing, anything to do with dancing. They'll go on a cruise just because there's going to be ballroom dancing, or just because they're doing dancing instruction. And these people have already been to 133 countries, so they're anxious to get on board and check that portion of your new regimen out. I know that you've got some sailings out through, I believe, April of 27.
Yes.
Is that right?
And then we're opening up our new season launch in July. So the rest of the sailings for 2027 will be out then. And that's coming up soon in the next 2 weeks. So we will roll out the rest of the itinerary.
Oh, that's good. That's great news, because the initial launch that you did a couple of weeks ago was somewhat limited, but that'll be good to get the rest of that out there all the way through the end of 27. Did you say?
That's correct.
Perfect. Well, is there anything else? I mean, I know it has to be exciting. I drove past your home office on Tuesday when I was in Miami for some personal business, and I could hear the humming from the interstate of the wheels going round and round of what's next, and it has to be an exciting time to be at Regent Seven Seas Cruises.
It's a very exciting time to roll out a brand new ship, and we're starting the drip campaign, so we're going to start with little snippets and vignettes of what's coming and what's new. And our staff is going to be involved, our crew is going to be involved in these. So it's going to be fantastic. We're really looking forward to it. And then the great part is actually bringing her out, having a guest board and experience the product. So it's just going to be, it's incredible.
Well, I'm sure you get rave reviews. I can't wait for the first industry writer that's going to come out and say, I thought that the Explorer class was the most luxurious class of ships in the world. The game has changed.
Yes, definitely. So,
okay.
And elevators on board too on the suite. So that's new. That's something new for us. So we're looking for, that's going to be incredible. The 2-story concept on the loft suites, on the Regent Suite. So we're really looking forward to that. And we've shied away from the lower categories. So a lot of times we started with the lower categories. We're starting with our Serenity Suites because we want to make that a little bit, we do have the lower categories, but we're also based on past and trends, we're selling the higher categories up. That's what sells first.
Well, it's always been that way with you guys. It sells top down, as we refer to it in the industry. The best and the largest suites seem to always sell out first. So did you say you're going to have a separate elevator just for suites?
No, not a separate elevator. Some of the suites will actually have its own elevator in the suite. So you don't have to go up the stairs for the loft suites and the Regent Suite.
Oh, wow. Okay. So because the sleeping quarters are on a different floor from the main part of the suite. Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That way we don't have difficulties of people falling downstairs. And
exactly.
Now they can't travel on Regent or anybody else anymore. All right, well, I'm out of questions, so that means we must be getting close to done. You have anything else you want to throw in here?
Well, I just want you to promise me that when we're on that christening, I'll go in and I'll have a cigar with you, because I do have cigars.
I would love to smoke a cigar with you. I have one lady friend here in Naples that if she smells cigars, she comes running. And oddly enough, her husband doesn't smoke, so she just gets in there with the big boys and has her glass of whatever, and we enjoy her comments as well.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it, and and it's a pleasure working with you, Rodney. You're one of a kind.
Well, I don't know if it's a compliment or not, but I'll take it that way.
No, that is a compliment.
Well, we got a lot of good people in our office and a lot of knowledgeable people in our office. We were trying to add up the other day how many years of experience we have, and it's well over 200 years in the travel industry. And we're just so tickle pink about this new ship, and we love working with Regent. We love working with you. And I'll close with a little story about Lisette. Lisette was supposed to be at a luxury conference we had last summer. And for some reason or another, she wasn't able to show up, and they sent, I can't remember who they sent, but Lisette and I call each other bro. And I know I'm not the only one. I know you have other bros out there, Lisette. But he gets up on the stage in front of a few hundred people, and he goes, "Hey, bro." That's from Lisette. So, bro, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having
me. We really do appreciate it.
We look forward to lots of prestige bookings going forward.
Well, they'll be coming soon because we do a lot of multi-gen stuff, and we've got a lot of people who are very brand loyal to you. And I'll leave you with this, like I always do to close our podcast. My good friend, Dr. Philip Randall, who's a gerontologist in Atlanta, shared this with me about 40 years ago. And he said, "Rodney, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think." Thanks for being on the show, Lisette.
Goodbye. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Luxury Travelers Podcast. For more information, head on over to luxurytravelerspodcast.com to connect with our team or leave us a message. Until next time, safe travels and savor the extraordinary.